HeritageCON 17 is taking place this weekend at the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum. Joining us now is Bernie Hack and Tim Bangerter from the International Plastic Modeling Society to tell us more about it. Gentlemen, hello and welcome. Thank you so much. Reminiscing here before we came to air. Really fascinating in regards to this type of a hobby. And Bernie, Tim, we'll get to you in a second, but Bernie, you almost refer to this as an art form, and it's so cool to think of it as that. Talk to us about your modeling career.
Growing up as a kid, I was fascinated with cars and trucks.
Yeah.
But then, as Tim said earlier, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
High school, cars, girls,
kids, eventually.
It stops. So there's been, for me personally, it's been a 40-year gap since I got
Yet it
back
was always
into
still lingering there. It was still hanging there somewhere, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's always a fascination for cars and for building stuff. And I have to thank my wife for getting me back into the hobby, because she said, when you retire, what are you going to do? And I had no idea.
Yeah.
So she said, well, you used to build model kits. So from there, I searched the web, got in touch with IPMS Hamilton, joined the club, and just went from there.
And here we go. And Tim, as Bernie alluded to, life got in the way. You got away from it for a little while, but now that you're back in it, it's kind of it's your alone time. Or if you want to be with a group, you go to the Modelers Club. It really can center you into doing something that's just for you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's a solitary thing you do for yourself, by yourself. But since COVID happens, we couldn't do in-person meetings anymore, so we would do Zoom meetings, and that developed into a thing. Like, we do in-person meeting the last Wednesday every month at the museum, but every other Wednesday we still get together and do the Zoom meeting, because we've developed such a community.
Right.
Like, really, we're all just hanging out.
Yep.
You know, building models together, and when you have a group of people all like-minded, all like the same thing, it's a great vibe.
Now, we talk about the cars and the trucks and all that. I haven't seen Star Wars in quite some time, but literally modeling, and this was talked about, we talked about in the green room too, it has taken on a life of its own over so many years, from when you first did your first model some 40 some odd years ago to now. The intricacy, the detail, how they build these things, it is truly remarkable, Bernie.
Not just from the kit, I mean, the kits themselves are very detailed, but it's the aftermarket products that you can buy. For this car, you can get different decals, different team decals. Same with the truck. There's so much has expanded in the industry, and the photo etch pieces, which give that more fine detail to the kits, have come a long way as well.
You trade plastic for brass.
Does 3D printing get involved in this at all?
It's emerging.
It's
becoming really big, really popular. A lot of the brass parts are being traded for 3D printed, because you get such fine detail now. Yeah. It's incredible.
And Tim, you also mentioned too, what's great about something like this, it's a great hobby if you're retired or if you have that spare time, how it involves all your motor skills. It gets you thinking, it makes you focus, concentrate, gets your hands nice and steady. It's also a bit of a calming suit. It's a health thing too. You're looking after yourself by doing models.
Yeah, you're exercising your brain, you're following instructions, you're putting together, then you're painting, then you're decals, then you're weathering, and you have so many steps to do. There's so many resources. You can go on YouTube and find a how-to do anything, you know, 2 or 3 times over, and then whatever final product you have, you built it, you accomplished it, and you have something you can be proud of. And if it's not great, that's okay. Just pick up another one and do another one.
Try it again.
And, you know, everybody's a noob once.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Bernie, like you alluded to, you can do certain ones where you follow the instructions to a T, or you can do what you do. You kind of do a mishmash with, like what you did with the convertible wagon here.
Well, kit bashing is what
Kit
they
bashing,
call it.
thank you.
So we had a group build last year at the club, and it was what if. So I took it kind of to the next step where what if Camaro came out in a station wagon. So basically I took 2 kits and put them together to make 1 kit.
And again, that takes some time to kind of figure out, okay, well, the parts don't really go together, but how can I get them together?
Yep.
Again, creativity, a little engineering going into it, if you will.
And a lot of making that first cut.
A lot of swearing.
Measure multiple times, cut once, hopefully.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and hope that it works out.
For
So the Mercedes, I painted it 3 times until I got the right silver.
Okay.
So again, it's how do you want to build it? Yes, you have a kit, you have instructions, you can follow the painting instructions, but how do you want to do it? How do you want it to look when it's finished?
And then Tim, what inspires you in regards to what kit you want to try to attempt next, or do you always just go towards your you know, I love the cars, that's it? How do you go about that?
Oh, it depends. That's a loaded question because I like airplanes. I like tanks. I like science fiction. I have a mix of everything. So can sometimes become a really hard decision.
In regards to model counts in your homes, how many models would you say you have completed? It's Bernie.
Completed?
Yeah.
I just started 3 years ago, and I've got about eight completed so far.
Got them in a nice little shelf somewhere displayed.
Yes.
What about yourself, Tim?
Yeah, I just started before COVID.
Okay.
So maybe about 12, 13.
And at any time, how many would you have on the go at once? Do you just stick to one project and wait till it's finished?
Oh, that would be a dream. I think I have about 4 on the go right now.
Oh, wow,
of different things, yeah.
Bernie, let's touch on the event here before we got to wrap things up. Talk to us about what's happening up at the Warplane Heritage Museum this weekend.
So our HeritageCON annual event is happening this Sunday at the Warplane Museum. It's from 9 to 3. You can get your tickets at the door when you come in, but this year we're trying to push advanced ticket sales.
Sure.
So if people go to the Warplane Museum website, they can buy their tickets in advance. And if they buy their tickets in advance before this Friday at noon, they get a chance to win 2 seats, a flight on the Dakota.
Oh, isn't that exciting?
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I think you guys want to win that too, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. That'd be great.
We're watching some great B-roll here of the people that are coming around looking at things. People with cameras, like people are really fascinated by modeling and what can be created, Tim.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see just by the pictures the amount of time and effort just on that table and the amount of quality detail that people put into it. People want to see that. And then you'll go onto Facebook and you'll see pictures. Every time there's a model show, because they happen all over the world, you'll go on Facebook and you'll see pictures from that show and the detail and the quality of the builds that people put into this. This is huge.
It's exciting, and again, I love the hobby aspect of it. How many are in your group? How many are in the hobby group?
About 100
Oh,
members
it's a
in
big
our
number
group.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been super. We can see both of you guys up there this weekend.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're going to give us a modeling lesson at some point. Can I call you guys up? We'll do a model together. We'll showcase it here on THN.
Sure.
Awesome. Look forward to it. I'll pick something out. Gentlemen, thank you to both of you. Your time and your inspiration and showing us this great hobby. Really appreciate your time.